You are watching the Bama Insider Score Prediction Show. Thank you for being with us here tonight. My name is Trey Yannity. We got Chris Daughtry, producer extraordinaire, hopping on the mic tonight, making his debut. Thank you guys for being here. As you hang out with us tonight, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Leave a super thanks for us. And guys, please get in the comments and give us your score predictions. Chris, as you know, this is my favorite time of the week. I know this is your favorite time of the week. And
yes,
the way I kind of think about this is Kyle kind of giving us the keys to the car, if you will. It's like our dad just letting us take it out for the first time. So we're going to take you guys for a fun ride tonight. Like I said, get in those comments. Let us know how you feel. JG, I see you. Thank you for being here tonight. And as we get into this show, we're going to be talking all about the Iron Bowl 2021. Let us know your thoughts. If you have any questions, anything you guys want to talk about, leave that in the comments section as well. Chris, your first show tonight. Thank you for joining me for this Thanksgiving special here. And your thoughts on the Iron Bowl. How are you doing tonight?
Yo, Trey, I'm doing great. First of all, I just want to say thank you to Kyle. Thank you to Mick, you as well, just for giving me this opportunity, being able to talk to the Bama Insider fans out there. This is an exciting weekend for me. Growing up as an Alabama fan, I mean, the Iron Bowl is the peak. You know, I mean, since Alabama has gotten Nick Saban, you know, our goal has always been SEC championship, national championship, but the Iron Bowl is still there. It's really number two for me personally, above the SEC championship. We can win that Iron Bowl every single year. I mean, it's bragging rights the rest of the year. Honestly, me, my brother, my friends, everybody. I mean, you know how it is. We just talk back and forth, and you know, we've got it for the rest of the year.
Because you and your brother feel differently about this rivalry. Am I right?
Yeah. My brother. So growing up, I was an Alabama fan. My brother was an Alabama fan, and we kind of came home one day, and my dad was like, "You guys just like decided to be fans like out of nowhere. Like we're like 6, 8 years old. Like we really didn't know football that much." And so he was like, "You know what? Yeah, I'll be an Auburn fan." So that hate has just gone back and forth from year to year since then. And I mean, this is the best time of the year for football, honestly.
It is. It really is. And guys, get those comments in. Tell us about your favorite Iron Bowl memories. Maybe you have a story like Chris. You got a family member that pulls for the other team. Let us know some of your best memories from this rivalry game. And guys, continue to get those scores in there. I see Bama blocks got Bama by, I believe, 100 trillion million there to 0. So I like it. Good start tonight. We're going to get to your scores, guys. And for those of you who were here last week, we do have a pretty special presentation today. Worked hard on this one, Chris, and I'll pull it up here for you guys. Our updated Pick'em bracket. Let's see if we can get this banner out. There we go. Guys, those of you who were here last week, you put yourselves in this race. We selected 16 of the best profiles. We decided the seeding here, and your guys' score predictions determined who moved on to the next round. So let's just go ahead and go over this bracket real quick. We got our boy Jarvis S. moving on. Spencer Rivoli, thank you for joining us last week. Really cool Marine ship there. Scott Panic P at 48-14. That score is closer than 52-7. He is moving on to the next round. Who's your mama? Got the other J, just barely there. He will be in the final round as well. Kimberly Harmon got the victory there. And the reason is, as Ali Tahani's score was closer, but he didn't have the winner in the game. Have to have the winner to move on. Kimberly Harmon had it. High Power TV had the closest score out of everybody that put in their score prediction last week. High Power had it at 41-23. He is moving on. Caleb Reed was second. Really nice profile pic there with the graduation gear going on. He defeated Jeffrey Cates and will be in the final round. And our last two, Jant Sports, just barely snuck by JTW Sauce and Grant, the Bama fan, moved on as well to the final round. Now tonight, guys, we have 8 participants left in this bracket. If you 8 are in the show tonight, or if you join us at any point, please get your score prediction in as always. We're going to select 1 out of the 8. Whoever is closest to be our champion, we're going to give away some prizes as well. That's going to be a surprise a little bit later on. And hey, guys, if you aren't in the tournament, please get your score predictions in as well. There may be some other prizes out there, and we just love to hear them. We're going to give our score predictions later on in the show, but let's talk about this matchup a little bit, Chris. And you know, Auburn in general, this team has kind of had a roller coaster ride. We saw them go up to Penn State, crazy game. They lose that one, and that kind of set off their season in the wrong direction. Since then, they haven't really been able to get in kind of pace to it. And obviously, Bo Nix breaking his ankle. He will not be playing. Didn't play last week at South Carolina either. What are your thoughts on this Auburn team as we get set for this big game?
Yeah, I'm going to throw their schedule up real quick, and we're just going to go through that. Honestly, at the beginning of the year, I thought Auburn was a very, very good team. I mean, they just lost to Penn State. That was a really good game at Penn State at night for the whiteout. And they kind of, I mean, they go on a run. They beat LSU, Georgia State's whatever. They played really bad during that game, honestly. But then they kind of hung with Georgia. I mean, 24 points to Georgia. That's not that bad. But I mean, as we scroll down here, you could just see they've really, really fallen off. I mean, just playing really bad, losing Bo Nix during, I believe it was the Mississippi State game. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
I believe so, yeah.
But I mean, he did finish that game. So, I mean, Auburn has looked good at times. Their run game, Tank Bigsby, we all know him. He's put up crazy numbers this year. So really, honestly, I think if Alabama can just stop Tank Bigsby, I don't think they score more than 10.
Wow. 10 points, just
really
one touchdown.
I really don't.
Fair enough. And we will get your score prediction later on in the show. Obviously, he's already got his Auburn pick out there, 10 points. And we do have our first Auburn, Alabama story in here. This one's from Aaron Killmonger. Love to hear it. The entire family is from Alabama, but it is a house divided. Half root for Auburn, half the best side get a root for Alabama. It gets interesting. I can only imagine. I mean, there's so many crazy stories out there, and that's what's so great about this weekend, this rivalry. It is very personal. It is a state that is divided. I'm not from the state of Alabama, but even being from somewhere in the Southeast, anywhere in the country, you understand the magnitude of this rivalry. And that being said, Chris, Alabama's number 3 now in the country. Auburn isn't ranked, and you just talked about their struggles, but this is still the Iron Bowl. This game is at Jordan-Hare, and I believe John Martin just a minute ago came in here and was talking about how we cannot overlook this game. What does Alabama need to do to stay within themselves and not overlook a team like Auburn?
Yeah, I mean, playing at Jordan-Hare at night in November, to me, is one of the craziest environments, not just in the Southeast, in the entire country. I mean, it rivals Texas A&M at night, anybody. I mean, those guys, those fans at Auburn get absolutely just loud. You guys remember this Kick 6 game? You guys remember 2 years ago when we went down there and lost? I mean, the crowd really does play a factor. So I think if Alabama can just stay themselves, stay within their element, it's going to be the pre-snap penalties for me is really what does it for Alabama. If we can just not let their crowd rattle, really it's the offensive line to me that I'm worried about. If we can just avoid the false starts, the lining up in the wrong places, things like that, just the things that we can affect, or that Alabama can affect, I really think they can just go in and, I don't want to say dominate this game, but it's kind of going to be a slow bleed, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a fair take. And, just look at this Auburn team. It's going to kind of have to be that way. They're going to break them down throughout this game. And, Alabama got out to an incredible lead in last season's game and just completely dominated that one. We could see a lot of the same there. Going to be really interesting to watch. And we got Robin in here with another Bama story. I saw it a minute ago. Let's see if I can find it. She had a mom. Her mom went to Auburn and her dad went to Alabama. But hey, guess what? All 3 kids are rooting for Alabama. So I guess the dad got the best of it there. Love to hear these stories, guys. Continue to get them in, and thank you for being with us tonight. Hit that like button. Keep getting those scores in, and I believe, Chris, it is time to get to our first round of the predictions here. I saw my boy Jarvis S. getting in the chat. Jarvis, you are moving on to the next round of our bracket from last week, so please get your score prediction in at some point. I'll keep the bracket up here. I'll take it down in a minute, but let's go ahead and get to it. Let me see if I can find the right song. I believe this is the one. First round, Iron Bowl score predictions. Chris, I'll let you post them on the screen here. Who do we got up first?
Okay, do you want to I'll rate that. I'll be Kyle.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kyle, typically, for those
Kyle.
of you who haven't been here in the past, our managing editor, Kyle Henderson, is typically the one that is rating the profiles, your avatar, your name. I'm reading out the score predictions, but I guess since Kyle isn't here this week, Chris is going to fill in. He's going to be the judge of your avatar. It's a fun game, guys. You don't have one? Hey, that's all right. But for those that do have a picture, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Chris, who do we have up first? We got Jeff Bunker coming in the chat. I saw this one way early on in the day. He's got Alabama 42-21, and a lot of pride here for Mr. Uncle Sam.
Yeah. I mean, I love that score. I mean, it's that right there will cover the spread. I'm trying to see what is the. Does it say, hey, what is that? Hey, what? Either way, man. I love Uncle Sam. I love what he's doing. I just hate that he takes our tax dollars. That's the only thing.
I think that's a very good point there, but an excellent profile. Right. Let's move it along to our next one. Here we got Bama Fan coming in. Bama Fan, a classic member of this program, a classic profile here as well. And Alabama winning this one 45-17. I think we're going to see a lot of 45s for this game. RTR to you, Bama Fan. How do you feel about this one, Chris?
I mean, it's classic. Love the poster. I think this is one of my favorite elephants, to be honest with you. It looks mean. Looks like he'll charge. I mean, he looks like he's just going to charge you, run you over.
I could see it. It's a pretty fierce elephant. I like this look a lot. Super realistic.
He's standing his
Alabama
ground.
Tide. He is. He's not
ground
going anywhere.
Sure.
Thank you for the score prediction, Bama fan. Let's move it along to our next one here. We got Jackie Sexton coming in, loyal member of BamaInsider.com. She's got 37-24, 13 points. A little bit closer than Vegas has it. I like it there, Jackie. Let's move it along. Bama Randy. This is a good one. I love this profile. And maybe Bammer Andy, actually, as I read it here a little bit closer. Really cool picture of the stadium in a 26-17 final. This one, just an 11-point separation. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I guess we'll see if Auburn's defense can, keep it that close. I love the profile pic. We got the new lights in. I absolutely love, I'm sure you guys have seen the wave that they do in the third, fourth quarter now. Is they turn all the lights off and everybody just does their phone lights. I mean, I honestly think it's the coolest thing ever this year.
It's very cool. The light show in general is just such a cool idea. And hopefully you guys have had the chance to check that out at some point over this past season. If not, we got another one coming up in just a few months. But Alabama already finishing up the home schedule. Let's finish up our first round of score predictions here with a couple more. Good score there, Bammer Andy. I'm going to go with here. Let's move it along. Let's get two more in here. Leo Almond, an absolute stunning profile all the way around. Chris, I'll let you be the judge here since this is your first time getting to talk about it, but a 36-7 Bama win. I like that score. Low scoring for Auburn. Defense stands up maybe. How do you feel about it?
I'd like to score more than 36. But the profile picture, my high school, we were the Lions. And our mascot was Leo the Lion. And I mean, this to me looks like a white lion. Pretty rare.
Yeah.
Pretty rare. I think they're the coolest though. So I love the white lion, Leo.
Hey, we can take some lines this week. It's the Tigers that we are trying to avoid in general. Excellent profile. Excellent prediction.
I think a lion could beat a tiger in a fight.
I had this discussion last night. I kid you not, Chris. And guys, get in the comments section. Let us know. Would a lion beat a tiger in a fight? Could Leo Almond take down the Auburn Tigers as a whole? Let us know what you think. Let's move it along. Let's get one more in this section of the show, and we will come back for some more score predictions in just a bit. But we have LW. Bama winning this one 38-16. Another score in the 30s, but another defensive performance here, at least a solid one. 38-16 there. And of course, I mean, you just can't go wrong with the catch.
You can't. I mean, that's the Heisman Trophy winner right there. That's last year's Heisman Trophy winner. And who knows, might have another one back-to-back this year.
We're not gonna say which Alabama player that we are talking about, but that is gonna wrap us up for the first round of our score predictions. Excellent job, guys. Love seeing your score predictions. Keep them coming. We're gonna address these throughout the show and put them on the screen. And like I said, we're gonna get our score predictions in as we always do closer to the end of the show. But great work there, guys, all the way around. And I don't know if we had anybody from the bracket make their score prediction yet. So if you were on the bracket, I'll put it up here on screen one more time. If you see your name on this bracket, or at least some abbreviation of it, get your score prediction in. The winner out of these 8 participants near the center will win some prizes exclusively from BamaInsider.com. Guys, thanks for being here tonight. Hit that like button as we continue into the show. Check out the rest of the YouTube page because it's Iron Bowl week and we have a lot of content out. And Chris, that being said, this is Iron Bowl week. You already shared one of your great stories. I've seen some excellent ones in the comment section. Keep those coming as well, guys. But I saw Sam getting in the comment section as well, talking about Pete Golding a little bit and how his defense can't even stop Mercer or New Mexico State. And I got to say, Chris, I'm with them to this point. What are your thoughts on Pete Golding as we approach week number 12? It has been a roller coaster ride for Pete Golding since he's gotten to Alabama. For some, never really given him the chance, but we've seen him flex the muscle every now and then. What are your thoughts there?
Alabama fans might get upset at me for saying this, but I actually kind of like Pete Golding. He's had his struggles over the years, but he is still a up and coming coach. I mean, and he's learning from Nick Saban. And let's be honest, the biggest struggles that Alabama's had on defense the past couple of years are going to be your DBs. And who coaches them? Nick Saban. So, I mean, I don't think you can give all the blame to Pete Golding. It is what it is. Our defense hasn't been as good as it was in the past. But, I mean, it's a different game of football. Everybody's scoring more. It's not just against Alabama. Teams score more, this year, last year, 3 years ago, than they were 10 years ago when we had Dante Hightower, whatever. It wasn't quite 10 years ago, but still, I mean, offenses then weren't as high powered, and it's just playing harder. It's just harder to stop these offenses these days. So, I mean, I'm gonna say, let's just ride it out. Our defense has played great at times. It's really we will go like 2-3 drives in a row, just 3 and out. They might get one first down, but I mean, they're just dominant looking, and then just boom, one deep ball, and then the other team's back in the game. So I think those are the little things. And like Nick Saban has said, in this past week's press conference, there are things that can be fixed. So, we just, and the team's young, we just got to give them a chance. We got to let them grow. We got to let Pete Golding grow as a coach. I don't think.
When does that end though? When do you draw the line there with the Pete Golding growth? Because I mean, this is season 3.
Yeah. I mean, and well, he did come into kind of a tough situation.
He did.
He had players hurt the first year he came in. Last year, those same players were kind of trying to start getting into the groove. This is the year I thought we were going to absolutely turn it on. But, it is what it is. We're to the point now, we're not switching anybody out. I mean, really, the only person you're going to switch out and out at this point is going to be Kool-Aid. He's really the guy that I'd like to see on this defense. Honestly, play the whole game, not just more snaps. I want to see him play the entire game because the games he has played, he's looked really good to me.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think that's a good idea. And just working in some of these youngsters in general. And like you said, Pete Golding in his first season really had one true defensive test in that LSU game. Of course, you win that game. Alabama maybe goes on to win the national title. They lost it by 5. And that's kind of when people really started to get rubbed the wrong way. Now, he was starting 2 freshmen deep in that defensive backfield there. So kind of a different circumstance, but we haven't seen those guys improve at all. Josh Jobe has been a big topic of conversation these last few weeks. And he really hasn't looked very good. You look at the middle linebacker group. Henry To'o was confused at the beginning of the season. He's come along as well, but overall, this defense has been disappointing. Now, this defensive line has been excellent, and you can turn to several guys on this line, I think, to make big stops. But, I was reading a comment a minute ago, and I like what Sacred Grove is saying. Some of these rule changes is another factor in this. It's making it harder on defensive backs to play true football like we think of it. They can't quite be as physical. And, I'm also with Neo here in saying that the defense hasn't looked the same at all since Pete Golding has been at Bama. And you could argue that is college football nowadays, where it's heading or where it's been heading for a little bit of time now. But defense in general hasn't looked the same. We talk about it all the time, Chris. Alabama doesn't have that same feel, that same intimidation factor like they used to. Why is that the case nowadays?
I think we were talking about this the other day. I think the players themselves, the guys themselves, had nothing to do with football. It's their actual personalities. We had guys, just a few years ago who were dogs. I mean, dogs. When's the last real dog we've had on this defense? I mean, really, I feel like Helms should be the guy. He should be the dog on this defense. And he's played all right throughout the season. I'm not trying to hate on him or anything like that, but the safeties that we've had, Eddie Jackson, they just come downhill and just, Tony Brown, they just come downhill and they stop the run and they let everybody know in the stadium that, when you're coming to play Bama, this is how we're going to play. We're going to play physical. And I mean, who do we really have on the team on defense this year besides Will Anderson?
I was going to say.
Besides Will Anderson. And I mean, Mathis too. I mean, but that's the line. We need guys behind the line who are just, those dogs as well. And I honestly think the players we have, just their personalities aren't like that. They play technical football, or at least they try to. And, they just try to get it done. I don't think they're trying to go out there and really, really, really make a statement.
Yeah. There's no thumpers. Like Jarvis is saying, we don't have a thumper at middle linebacker like we're used to seeing on Alabama teams. That's just not the case anymore. And, you could argue there's different coaching styles on this defense. As James Thompson said, Sal Sunseri coaches the linebacker group. And, you look at other guys like even Nick Saban is working with the defensive backs every day. Pete Golding's got the outside linebackers. This group, Freddie Roach is working with the D-line. This group is maybe getting some different coaching, which could lead to some of this. But overall, it really is a little bit more technical, not as thumper as we've seen. And no dogs, yes, in the secondary either. It's just not the case this year. And, you wonder, we're going to talk about Auburn here and how Auburn is going to play against this Alabama team. But, you almost have to look a week ahead at certain times and think about the SEC title game and how these DBs are going to react to Georgia's offense. Because at this point, Chris, I don't feel very comfortable about that game at all. I know you guys, I've seen it in the comments. You guys are a little bit uncomfortable about that. Let us know why. What is your biggest fear on this defense right now? What does Alabama need to address first to fix this before they get to the SEC title game? And, what do they need to do to win that game over Georgia? I love John Martin. He made a comment a minute ago. He said, we have a pit bull and a bunch of chihuahuas. That's a great analogy to this team, this defense, really, because we've seen the offense look different in certain games. We know the weapons are there. The defense has definitely been worrisome throughout this season, certainly. Let's get on to our second round of score predictions now. I've seen so many in this show. We got to get to some more here, Chris. I'll let you select them. We can get the music rolling again. Again, guys, Chris is going to judge the avatars. I'm going to read out your score predictions. We'll give our thoughts on it, and we're going to see if there's any of our bracketed members getting their scores. And I saw Jarvis, JTW, Southsea got their scores in there. So we already got some. Guys, get those scores in. Let's read off a few right now.
You want to throw that bracket up?
Yeah, let's get the bracket on screen.
Yeah. Let's see. Did we go Jarvis yet?
We have not shown Jarvis's score quite yet. He's got Alabama at 42, the Barn, the Plains at 17. I love it, Jarvis. Like Kyle said last week, man, coolest jersey in the world. Kobe Bryant, absolute hero. I was watching some Kobe stuff today. Love the profile.
Yeah, I mean, Jarvis, he's day one. He's always here. He's always just throwing out real takes. Love Jarvis. We love the Lakers jersey, Kobe. Mamba mentality. That's really what this defense needs right now.
That's a good point.
Mamba mentality, man.
If they had Kobe Bryant to come talk to the team this year, it might look a little bit different. Let's move it along to the next score.
Got to throw pops on the
Tim Daughtry.
Didn't even tell him I was making my debut today.
No way.
How about that?
Thank you for getting in here, Mr. Daughtry, joining the show, getting your score prediction off for us. Got 42-17. Chris, I know you're looking at your parents here, but it is a very cool profile. Love the picture, the selfie there, and a solid score prediction as well.
Yeah, as the profile goes, I think those two right there are probably, 1 and 2 top parents, ever. Yeah. So, they did full of love. I love the picture. I believe they're at the Braves game right there. So,
how about that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you guys for getting your score prediction. And let's move it along to a Chris Rawls here. Not Chris Daughtry. Chris Rawls, 54-21. And how about this profile pic? We got a few different pictures in some form of collage here. And, of course, getting that Alabama logo up top.
Yeah, I love the family pic, Chris. Great name, too. It looks like maybe you got your baby, maybe your wife down there. I love the collage look.
Yeah.
Love the collage look, honestly.
Very nice profile there. Thank you for joining us on Facebook tonight, if that is where you're joining us from. YouTube, wherever you're watching Bama Insider. We appreciate you guys being here. Let's move it along, get a few more in this second round of score predictions. There's been so many tonight. We're going to try to get to them all, but let's move it along to Bama edits now. They have Alabama winning this game by 40 points, 53-13. And already, Chris, our second Devontae Smith profile picture.
Yeah, I love it. I honestly think this was probably the best touchdown celebration that the receiving core has had in the last couple of years. This one was my favorite. The double guitar.
Oh, yeah. Rock stars.
Love it.
Love to see it. Bama edits. Thank you for your score prediction. Great stuff there. Let's move it along. Aaron Killmonger. Oh man. 34-27 with an exclamation point. Jordan Hare always brings some scary moments, and we struggle with the road crowd noise. Aaron's got a close game. But, Chris, I'm going to let you take it away here because Aaron has a very cool profile picture.
Oh, yeah. Aaron, I absolutely love this. I believe that's Nick Saban sitting on the Iron Throne. Big Game of Thrones fan right here. He can have all the 7 kingdoms. He's already got the SEC. He's got the national championships. He's got all the 7 kingdoms as well. So I love it.
Love to see it.
Love it.
Thank you for the score there, Aaron. Let's get 2 more in this round as we close it out on round number 2. And we are not going to keep you guys too terribly long tonight. We know it's Thanksgiving week. You got to be with your family. Hopefully, maybe you're sitting around a fire right now watching with your loved ones. Thanksgiving coming up tomorrow. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. And thank you, Theodore Ma, for coming in with another score prediction this week, 38-24. How about this profile pick? A really clean, simple-looking Navy jersey here with the white tops. Love it.
Yeah, I love the white helmets for whatever reason. They've always my favorite when you got white on white, and it just always looks great to me.
Very solid score prediction there, and guys, keep them coming. I'm seeing some great ones here. You guys bring the energy, and we love to see it. Hit that like button for me too as we keep the show going tonight. And guys, please share your greatest Iron Bowl memories and Iron Bowl beefs as well. We've already gotten some great family stories. Chris shared his at the top of the show. So let's keep it going. Maybe one more score prediction here, and we will get back to talking about this Iron Bowl 2021. Neo coming in, classic as always. Love the profile here, Neo. 35-17. I saw a few scores really close to this one. I like this score a lot. Alabama in the 30s. Defense allows 17 points. I think that's about on par for what we expect at this point in the season. Really solid score prediction here. How about that profile pick?
Love the profile pick. Neo comes in every single week, drops a score for us. And honestly, this is one of my favorites. I've never really seen the Crimson Tide coming off the script A like that. Yeah. So I love it. You got the white caps too. A lot of detail in that one.
Yeah, tricked it out, customized it with the name. Love to see it. Thank you guys for getting in that second round of score predictions. Chris, if you want to take that one down real quick, I'll go over this bracket here one more time. If you guys look on the left, and you know what, Chris, the more I think about it, we haven't gotten all of our bracketed members to post their score predictions. Yeah. So anybody in the bracket, if you see your name right now, if you put in a score prediction, we're going to put you into the final round, give you a chance to win our exclusive Bama Insider prizes after next week. So let's just keep it going. I've seen some good ones there, but that is your bracket, guys. We will get back to that in just a minute. Let's keep talking about this game, Chris. And we talked a lot about the defense a minute ago. Really, Pete Golding, the struggles we've seen, where this defense is struggling. I want to move it over to the offense now and talk about Bryce Young a little bit, his transformation through the season. And in a second, I would love to play a clip from Nick Saban's press conference today talking about Bryce Young and his decision-making. What has been the difference this season? Because last year, we saw a completely different Bryce Young. He wasn't making those decisions, didn't have the physicality, obviously. But this season from the jump, he's been elite. What's been your favorite part of his game?
I mean, honestly, the decision-making, I remember going back to the Arkansas game last year, Mac Jones, just a lot of those dump plays. He had 20 throws that were less than 10 yards. And really that's what it is. It's taking what the defense gives you. It's demeanor in the pocket. I mean, I don't know really if I've ever seen a college quarterback. Granted, I'm not that old, but I've never really seen a college quarterback play with just so much confidence in the pocket. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they're blitzing 7 to 8 guys. I mean, he's going to step in there. He's going to make the hot throw. And we have seen, we begged for it a lot at the beginning of the year to see him run more. And we have seen him run just a little bit more. Only when he has to. Third downs, trying to, pick up that first down. And he's getting down. He's protecting the ball. That's one of the biggest things for me too, protecting the ball. I believe he only has 3 interceptions so far this year. And I mean, that's up there at par with Mac Jones from last year.
Oh yeah, right on it. And I mean, I don't even think we expected anywhere close to this after what we've seen from some of the quarterbacks at Alabama recently. And, CJ's coming in here saying Bryce is our Heisman, kind of off topic from the offense here. I'm just going to bring back the defense into play for a second. Is Bryce the Heisman of this team, or is there a young man that wears number 31 that maybe has a better argument?
I think Bryce is the Heisman. Only because, Will Anderson can only do so much. He only plays on the line, on one side of the line. And as dominant as he has been, Bryce Young is the quarterback. He's the one that really controls the team. He had the team's confidence from really, if Mac Jones wasn't there last year, he probably could have started last year, if we're being honest. And I mean, he is this team's leader. Everybody looks up to him. Everybody just has everything good to say about him. Even Will Anderson. Yeah. Even Will Anderson this past week was like, nah, Bryce is the Heisman on this team.
He did, and that was a great soundbite as well. If you guys haven't had the chance to check that out, you can find it on our Twitter page, TikTok, and our YouTube as well, of course. There, Will Anderson yesterday. But you said it, Chris. I mean, he has been the leader on this team, and we hear it in his interviews. He's just so mature and is learning and growing and just getting better and more physical and bigger. And I think all of that is going to make for a really great NFL career. But he's got a lot to do here at Bama before that. Do you think Bryce Young is the kind of kid that, after this season considers sticking around, or, is he, I guess he does have, to. I guess he's a sophomore still.
Sophomore,
yeah. I guess that's a good point there. But do you think that this season, I guess, is maybe the defining season for Bryce Young? Because, this year really has been a lot different than anything we expected.
Every single year you really hope to see progression out of anybody, not just the quarterback, out of everybody. But I feel like Bryce Young is the kind of guy that I mean, he's just going to progress. He's going to work on. It doesn't matter if we win the national championship this year or not. He's going to be working every single day this summer to get right, to get stronger, to get better. He's going to watch tons of film. I mean, he's just that kind of guy that, I mean, he just wants to be the best. You can see it in his eyes. He wants to be the best, and he doesn't let all these external factors affect him at all. He's just playing his game, doing his thing. He's going to be your leader. I mean, I don't think you could really say much more about Bryce Young. I think he's this team's Heisman, and I think there's a chance he could next year as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, we talk about this team's Heisman, but, we talk about the Heisman Trophy in general. Bryce is the odds-on favorite to win it right now. Will Anderson still at plus 8,000, but Bryce finds his odds, depending on what book you go to, anywhere from minus 100 to plus 300. So looking like the favorite at this point. And like Jarvis said, I think if Bryce does find a way to beat Georgia in Atlanta, voting concludes after that weekend, it's probably going to be his to lose.
Absolutely.
And I think that's, we talk about Heisman moments. I think that game is really where you see your Heisman moment from Bryce Young. Guys, keep hitting that like button for me. Keep getting these comments into the section, your score predictions, your Auburn stories, whatever you guys want to share with us tonight. We appreciate your support and being with us on this show. Already 30 minutes in, it flies by, Chris. We're going to keep going for about 10 or 15 more minutes, get to a couple more rounds of score predictions. But before we do that, what is the one thing Alabama needs to do on offense to beat Auburn and, potentially Georgia as well? What part of this offense needs to flex their muscle the most as they close out the season?
I mean, I just want to see the offensive line go. I just want to see him just shoot off the ball, just create holes for Big Brian Robinson. I'd like to see a little bit more Trey Sanders. He only got one carry, I think one catch last week. I'd love to see him. He's more of a change of pace back, instead of that power. All you got to do is stack the box, honestly, with Brian Robinson. And, that's kind of stopping him. He's not going to break away from anybody. We haven't seen him do it this year anyways. So I'd really love to see the offensive line step up. I'd love to see Trey Sanders get some more plays this week. And if we can get one more receiver to step up, I know Kyle keeps preaching it, and it was the same exact thing last week. You had John Mechie went off and Jameson Williams went off, and everybody after that was just kind of, they played, they were there, but, there wasn't that huge impact. We just need one more other guy to make a big impact in that wide receiver group. And I just think, I think we could score 50, 60 on almost everybody.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Chris. And I was just going to say, the offensive line, like you said, is the priority for this offense to fix before these last two, one regular season SEC championship game. But I would like to see these tight ends get back into the fold a little bit. We saw it those first 3 weeks beautifully, brilliantly. What's happened to Cameron Latu and Jaleel Billingsley?
I don't know. We were talking about this the other day, and I think you made a really good point. Nick Saban seems to love to use those tight ends in big game situations, SEC championship, playoff, national championship situations. We've really seen those guys in the past, like OJ Howard, really go off. So, they might have just been kind of like testing play calls early in the season, just, see what's up, see, who can do what. And then once we get to the big games, we might see those guys break out. I don't want to jinx anything, but that's something I would like to see.
Yeah, Chris is going to have a score prediction there, but that's a game prediction. I love it, Chris. Big game tight ends. Hope to see it as this offense continues to get more mature as this season begins to conclude. Guys, let's get to round number 3 here of our score prediction segment of the show. You guys have been bringing the energy tonight, getting those score predictions in. I'll put this bracket up again for us as we read off some more scores. Let's get to it, Chris. Who's up first?
Who have we not done in the bracket yet? We've done Jarvis.
I was going to say we've seen Jarvis. We have seen JTW Saucy.
Let's get this banner out there.
Have we put up Spencer Rivley's yet?
I don't believe I've seen Spencer.
Excellent. He has one of the coolest profile pictures in the entire game. And I don't think we've seen High Power TV's score prediction quite yet.
I don't believe so.
He was the closest last week. So I'd love to see what he thinks about this Iron Bowl. Let's get to something here at least, and we can find Spencer Rivley's at some point. I don't know if
guys, if you're on the bracket, if you're watching the show, drop them right now. We're going to get them in.
And even if you're not, guys, get those score predictions in. We're going to read them off, read as many as we can here tonight. Kimberly Harmon, surprised we haven't seen her score prediction quite yet. She usually waits a little bit later in the show, so we will hold on for that one. Let's go ahead and get one up here. We got Zeke Morrow coming onto the screen, 35-7. This is kind of become the normal for this show, Chris. We've seen a lot of 35s tonight, a lot of low scores for Auburn. Pretty cool pick here. I think it's some high school football going down.
Yeah, I don't hate that score prediction either. I'm assuming Bama's going to win that. Looks like little offensive lines. There's 72 right there.
Yeah.
Nice little pass blocking kind of looking like, we could get some help on that. Zeke, is that his name?
Yeah,
Zeke.
Zeke. Come to
I like
Tuscaloosa, man.
I like it.
Might have a spot for you here. Let's move it along to our next score prediction.
Get the whole fam in. Get the whole
Here we
fam
go.
in
We got
today.
Cody Daughtry coming on the screen. 35-3 Alabama. Now, guys, if you weren't here at the top of the show, Chris told us his favorite rivalry story. He's got a little bit of a house divided. His brother Cody is an Auburn fan. Chris, of course, diehard Alabama fan, student here as well. But his brother Cody folding this time. Fair enough. He has no faith in his Auburn Tigers. 35-3. Really cool profile picture. I didn't know he had a dog like that. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. She's the best. I have one more story though to tell you guys. I remember vividly. It's one of the worst Iron Bowls I can ever remember. Besides the kick six.
I was gonna say.
The thumb year, 2007. Auburn fans were selling their merchandise. Get the thumb for 6 in a row, and that year was probably just. The whole year it was thumbed, and then next year they were going to get the pointer finger. But thankfully, Nick Saban, he came in 2006, lost to Auburn his first 2 years. But that third year, man, he got it. And it's been, history since then.
I was going to say, it's been quite the run here. But Auburn has been one of Nick Saban's struggles over the years, no doubt about it. Guys, get your favorite Auburn stories in there, your favorite memories. If you have a cool house divided moment, let us know. This is Iron Bowl week. This is the big one. We got No Name up next. No name, but he's got a pretty cool profile pic. Nice face there. He's thinking 42-28. Bama, I'm assuming, winning this one. And he's also wanting to know if they fired Pete yet. I don't believe so. If we were up to the comment section, they would have done it a long time ago. But no, not yet. We'll move it along to a couple more here in round number 3 of this score prediction segment. And we'll probably do one more before we wrap it up tonight. Devin DiPiazza, the man, coming back this week. 48-13, Alabama. And Chris, what is going on with Devontae Smith tonight? This is our third Smitty profile pick. I love it.
I love it too. Is it a prediction? Like, there's so many Heismans tonight. So many Heismans.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got a couple of finalists.
We've been
right
talking about it, guys, but it's looking more real and real. Looking really real.
Oh, it's the realest scenario at this point for Bryce Young, at least. And I'm still on that Will Anderson train. Let us know who you guys think is going to win the Heisman Trophy this season. Mentioned it a bit ago, but Bryce Young is the odds-on favorite to win this thing. Let's do one more in this segment of the show, and we will come back one more time to take those score predictions. Justin B., I don't know if we've seen your score in the past, but thanks for joining the show tonight and sharing this really cool picture of, I believe, a Dalmatian there. Not a dog expert, but I think that's a Dalmatian. They got the final score 41-6. Believe Alabama there as well.
Yeah, we love the dogs. Great coloring on this one. Looks like a purple collar. That's my mom's favorite color. Gotta love it.
Got to love it. Beautiful dog there. Thank you guys for continuing to get your score predictions in as the show continues on. And guys, hit that like button for me. This is BamaInsider.com. This is the score prediction show. My favorite show of the week, Chris's favorite show of the week. I think they're all equally favorites. And as this week continues on, guys, we're going to have a lot of coverage. Of course, our tailgate show coming for you on Friday night. We're going to have a post-game show at Westgate Luxury Condos on Saturday after the game as well. But we have a football game to play before that, Chris. And this is Alabama and Auburn. I wish they still played this game at Legion Field. I'm one of those guys. I wish it was still in Birmingham. You had the stadium split in half. It's fun to have it at the home stadiums, but we talk about this Jordan-Hare atmosphere. What does Alabama need to expect, and what do Alabama fans going to this game need to expect? I've never been to an Iron Bowl at Jordan-Hare, but I've heard it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, earlier I said it was a night game, but it is a 2:30 kickoff this week. But towards that second half, it's going to be dark.
Yeah.
And this crowd is going to be wild. They're going to be crazy. And this is really, I'll like I said earlier, I put it right up there with a Texas A&M game at home at night. These fans absolutely live for this game. It's not just Alabama fans that live for this game. It's Auburn fans too. And when they get it at their home field, it's a completely different game. It really is. Auburn might be 6-5 right now, but they're not going to play like a 6-5 team. They're probably going to play like a 9-3 team, if we're being honest.
Well, and we talk about this Auburn team. They've obviously had some pretty devastating news come to their program in the last few weeks. Their quarterback, the leader of their team, hasn't been with the program. How much is that affecting that offense?
Uh see that one's a little bit confusing to me, just because Bo Nix, he's had good games. He's had bad games. There is no in between. He's never had any really okay games. They just like fall apart sometimes. And I don't understand that, to be honest. It is what it is. But with Finley being in there, the only thing that I could really see happening to us is maybe they just throw in some wild stuff. I mean, that's really what Auburn's going to have to do to win this game, is just wild play after wild play that just goes their way. Kind of like Ole Miss, in 2015, 2016. They just had things go their way. And I honestly, that's the only way. Tank Bigsby is going to be a huge factor. I think honestly, he probably runs for $120. That is what it is. But I don't think the rest of their offense is going to do enough to be able to keep up with Alabama.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Tank Bigsby is an elite running back, and that's kind of been the questions asked to Alabama players this week. How are you going to stop Tank? I don't think he's going to be enough to keep Auburn in this game at any point. But hey, it is Auburn. It is on the road. It will have some darkness later into that game, but it's the Iron Bowl. This isn't just your regular SEC matchup. Guys, keep these score predictions coming. We're going to do one more segment as we begin to close it up here. And guys, loving the comments in general tonight. Some great stories. Guys, sharing your thoughts on this. Beer Cans and Baddies has Alabama making the Outback Bowl this year. That one, I don't know. I don't know about that take now. That might be a little bit much. Sleeping on this team a little bit too hard. Where do you guys think Alabama is going to end up at the end of this season? Do they have what it takes to make the playoff, to beat Georgia, to get through that SEC title game? Let us know in the comments section. And of course, guys, hit that like button. Chris, as we begin to close it out here tonight, I think it's time for you to give us your very first unsolicited, unadvertised score prediction. What do you got for this Iron Bowl?
This is, like I said earlier, this is the biggest game of the year. Really, for the state of Alabama. Like you said, they used to play it at Legion Field. Maybe we might see something go not back to Legion Field, but to UAB's new stadium sometime in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I like the going from one side of the state to the other side of the state. I really like that one team really gets that home field advantage. It just makes it something special for us. For this game, I'm kind of gonna go with most of the commenters here. I'm gonna say I might switch it up a little bit. Let's go 41 to 18.
I like it.
A couple field goals in there for
18.
Auburn. Just, something different, something weird.
If you hit that, that's probably scoregami for the rivalry
41
series.
to 18.
Yeah. That is a good score prediction. Chris is playing the Price is Right version here. I'll go ahead and give mine as well. I'm pretty close to you, Chris. I have this game as a 45-10 final. I think Alabama is going to set the tone like they did last year. The defense has to step up at this point in the year and prove themselves a little bit just to get that confidence before the Georgia game, if nothing else. This could be a perfect opportunity to do that on the road in a crazy atmosphere, playing your rival school. I got 45-10. Let's see what the commenters have in this last round of score predictions here, guys. You have been absolutely amazing tonight, as you always are. On this Thanksgiving special, Chris, I'll put this bracket up here. Let's get to a few more as we close it out here on Bama Insider.
Awesome. I haven't seen any of our other people come in yet. So if you're out there, if you're on the bracket right now, we haven't thrown your score prediction up, give me a little, 10
refresh.
Exclamation points at the end of it or something.
Let us know.
Let me see you.
Let us know. This bracket will determine the winner after this week. We will be giving out some Bama Insider prizes. Seen a few of you guys on here so far, so at least we have some contestants. But if you haven't put in your score prediction yet, get them in. And if you're not on the bracket, please let us know how you think this game is going to end up. One echo free. I'm hoping Auburn gets collards stuck in their throats and chokes. That is a pretty bleak outlook there. I think we're all hoping for a clean, healthy, safe game, but I understand this is the Iron Bowl, and they have Bama winning this one 31-17.
Yeah, with the profile pick, usually we have like a letter, but we've got an outline here.
How about that?
Switching it up on us. No way, YouTube. Let's go, Echo.
Love to see it. Thank you for being with us tonight, Echo. And Wayne Thomas, thank you for joining the show as well. We got your score at 52-13. Roll Tide, a few extra E's on there for emphasis. Love to see it. Thank you for the prediction, Wayne. We got Royce and Noah Adventures, comma CEE, and Trains on the side as well. They have Alabama winning this one 42-21, getting to 11-1 on the season. I don't really know what's going on in this profile picture, Chris. I'm gonna need you to break it down for me.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think one of the stuffed animals on the right is from a show called Adventure Time on Cartoon Network, but I have no idea.
I think you're on it. I
and
see
then
Mickey Mouse.
There's a Mickey Mouse over
far
there on the
as
left.
well.
So, Adventure Time, Mickey Mouse, cool.
I like it.
I like it.
I love it.
Something
Thank
different.
You, thank you for hopping on the show, Royce and Noah, and your adventures as well. 42-21. Thank you for being here. Let's get 5 more score predictions before this Iron Bowl. We'll let you guys get to your Thanksgiving feast here. But up next, we got Sandra Geiger. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The IE always messes with my brain just a little bit, but I think I'm there. 38-7. Thank you for the score prediction, Sandra.
Yeah, solid score prediction. I like that one too.
Vincent Johnson, another family pick. I love to see it. Alabama 42 and Auburn just 17.
Yeah, a little father-son action in the pick. Love it, Vince. Score prediction too. I love the score prediction, 42-17. That's right there. 1 point different from what
I was going to say,
yeah,
that's where your Price is Right strategy comes into play.
Yeah. I got the under. You're going to be over, Vince. I got you on that one.
Vincent Johnson, thank you for getting
this
your
is
score
my favorite
in.
Score prediction, I think, so far.
Frankie Turner, well, hey, I mean, we had somebody at the very beginning of the show at 100 trillion to 0. So I think I like that one a little bit better. Yeah. This one's close, 72 to nothing.
Realistic on this one.
Yeah, true. He thought about it. Bama wins this one. A little smiley face emoji on the end of it. I like the profile pic here, too. Some nice guitar action.
Yeah,
flow rocking.
Frankie's got the flow rocking. He's got the sunglasses inside with the acoustic guitar right there. So, I love that. Let's get some music playing. Hopefully Alabama can just, hit Auburn over the head with that guitar or something.
I love to hear it. And Justin B gave us an update just a minute ago. I meant to put this on the screen. It was a Great Dane, Chris.
Great Dane. That's what I was thinking. I didn't think it was a Dalmatian.
I'm sorry. I let
had
you
that
astray.
face. Had that face.
It did. I'll wear that one. It is a Great Dane. Let's move it along. Let's get 3 more of these score predictions in here tonight. We got Joe Dykes. Alabama winning this game 45-20. Can't tell at all what's going on in this score, or on this profile rather, but some nice colors, some nice contrast. Not a bad one.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is, boss. Joe, if you could help us out here, it looks like maybe some electrical stuff.
Let us know in the comments section.
Something, maybe some kind of plug-in.
We love hearing about your guys' profile pics, the backstories on them, if it's a vehicle or whatever the case.
Right.
Let us know. Thank you, Joe, for the score prediction. Let's address 2 more of these tonight. I see JTW Saucy is on the bracket. So I don't know if I guess that's not his score prediction. I was going to say, JTW Saucy, we probably already got yours, and I will watch back the tape to get your score predictions right.
I don't remember putting it up. Put yours up again, JTW.
Yeah, JTW, if you don't mind, just get it in there, and we can check back if not, if you don't feel like it. But thank you for being here if not. And he's got 34-20. There we go. 34-20 from JT Saucy. We didn't forget about you, Greg. We got Greg Marset. Bama starts slow and comes on. They're going to win this game 38-17. RTR and 3 exclamation points.
I can really see the Bama starting slow and then coming on thing really happen, because if you remember at the beginning of the season, Alabama was outscoring everybody like crazy in the first 2 quarters. As the season has gone on, it's kind of dwindled a little bit. It's been more even in the first half and in the second half.
Yeah.
So I can really see that.
I like that take as well there. Thank you for the score prediction. Greg Marset, and our final score prediction for Iron Bowl Week 2021. Who do we got?
Did we already do Joe here? Yeah,
we did. We got Joe.
Somebody throw us one more up. One more score prediction.
Yeah, maybe I'll just scroll through and find a random one here, if nothing else. But thank you guys for getting all of those score predictions in.
Jan Sports, I don't think we've done him.
And Jan Sports is on the bracket.
Yeah.
I guess,
Where you at, Jance? Where you at, Jance?
Jan Sports, really close one last week as well. And all you guys, we'll go ahead and wrap it up if nobody else wants to get their prediction. And
I got one more for us.
We'll throw up West Side Bear. Thank you, West Side Bear. Really cool profile pic there. A lot going on. 45-17, Alabama. That score really is, I think, the favorite score of the night. Maybe 35-7 or 45-17, but a solid score prediction there. Chris, how do you feel about that pick?
I don't know if that's a filter, if that's real. If those are real flowers on his head. But
not thinking the real flowers.
If it was real flowers, he's kind of got like a Jesus vibe going on with a beard, long hair, just love love and hope, man. Love and hope.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what it's giving me, those kind of vibes.
West Side Bear, thank you for getting in your score prediction. Thank you guys, everybody in the comments section tonight, for posting your score predictions. We try to get to as many as we can. If we missed yours, let us know in the comment section, and we will get it here at the end of the show. But Chris, as we close it out tonight, this is Alabama and Auburn. This is the Iron Bowl, the big one. What are your final thoughts before this game at Saturday, 2:30 p.m.?
Yeah, if Alabama can really just and not have any dumb penalties, honestly, I think that's really what it comes down here to, playing at Jordan Hare. That's my biggest take, is just you got to cut down on the unnecessary penalties. The holding penalties, that's sometimes whatever. That's going to happen in games. But as long as we can just, do what we do, play how we play, I mean, I think we got it in the bag.
I like it. I like it. I'm right there with you. You just got to do the little things right. This offense has to click, and maybe the defense steps up in an extra way this week. And Kimberly Harmon, we love you if you're late or if you're here on time. Thank you for getting your score prediction in, 50-8. And Kimberly, you are a part of this bracket right here, so you're going to have a chance to win some exclusive Bama Insider prizes after next week. Let's see how your score pans out there. 50-8. Thank you for getting in that score prediction in here, even if it is a little bit late. Guys, this has been the Bama Insider Score Prediction Show. As we close it out here tonight, we send our continued condolences to the family of Cecil Hurt, everybody affected from that tragic loss. For Chris Daughtry, my name is Trey Yanity. This is Iron Bowl week. Like I said a bit ago, there's going to be all kinds of coverage out on the site throughout the week. Our tailgate show coming up this Friday night. We'll be there to break it down for you on Saturday after the game. Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving, and roll Tide.